Welcome to the University of Nebraska Lincoln and the Lead Center for the Performing Arts. Behind me is the building that holds three different venues that you might be performing in: the Lead Center Mainstage, the Johnny Carson Black Box Theater, and the Kimball Recital Hall. Now we're at the back of the Lead Center for the Performing Arts at the loading dock. You can see behind me there are the two loading dock bays that your show will unload from if you're on the Lead Center main stage. And the little door to the side there is where your cast and crew will come in and out of the Lead Center during your rehearsal time and your performance times. Also over here is the beautiful dumpster of where your lovely set might end up after the show, where you're free to dump any props or costume pieces or set pieces that you won't be taking back home with you after your performance. So you've seen the loading dock for the Lead Center main stage. If your show loads directly into the Kimball Hall, then the loading dock for the Kimball Hall is about 200 feet away from the Lead Center loading dock. You'll also note the outside awning for the entrance of the Johnny Carson Black Box Theater. Just to help you get your bearings a little bit, we're on the back side of the Lead Center, and where we were before, the Lead Center loading dock, the Johnny Carson entrance, and the Kimball loading dock is down this way, and over on this way is the front entrance of the Kimball Recital Hall. The first thing that the Lead Center wants you to know is that safety is their main concern. Every person who comes onto the backstage or the main stage of the Lead Center must have proper footwear. Proper footwear means no open-toed shoes, no sandals, no flip-flops, ballet slippers. We're talking about tennis shoes or work boots, and that's for every crew member, cast member, director, or parent volunteer. The other key to a successful experience here at Festival is to be organized beforehand, before anything comes off the truck, to know what your plan of attack is. The other thing that the Lead Center would like you to do is for everyone to remain calm and organized backstage. Save all the emotions for the stage of the performance, not the loading and unloading of the truck. Sometimes your show will load directly into Kimball, so welcome. This is the outside of the loading dock doors of Kimball Recital Hall. Your set has to fit through these double doors from the truck. After you come through the double doors, you get your choice. You can either get your set through these double doors, which leads you onto the backstage of Kimball, or you have to take yourself up and over this railing, which does not move, in through those double doors, into the house, and then directly up onto the stage. Welcome to the backstage of Kimball Recital Hall. You'll notice that the scale is much smaller than the Lead Center, but one thing that remains the same is their emphasis on safety. Here, just like the Lead Center, proper footwear is always required of every person at all times. The tricky part here is getting your set on stage. If you move from here over to the stage area, one thing that you may not have noticed from the schematics if you looked at is that people think that these tormentors here are curtains. These tormentors are hard. These are solid. They're not curtains. Sometimes people think that they can raise these out and their set can come on in big pieces. Your set has to be able to fit through this space right here to get onto the Kimball set, or it needs to be put together once it gets out onto the stage. This is the Kimball Hall stage. Not only is organization the key to a successful performance here at Festival, but also is flexibility. I presented a main stage show both on the Lead Center and the Kimball Hall stage, and the performers as well as the technicians have to be ready to do different things in different spaces. You'll see that the Recital Hall stage is much smaller, and there's very little wing space on stage right. So all of your scene shifts or set pieces all have to come in from stage left. There's also a small crossover upstage for actors to get from one side of the stage to the other, but set pieces won't be able to fit through there. The Kimball is designed as a recital hall as opposed to a full theater, so there is no fly space. While you are allowed to be able to hang a drop or a piece that would stay the whole performance, there are no flying elements that can come in or come out during an actual performance. This is the house of the Kimball Recital Hall, and it seats 835 and is a much more intimate space than the Lead Center main stage. A couple of technical notes that you'll want to see is up on house right. The sound mixing happens out in front of the audience there in the balcony, and then the control booth and the two follow spot booths are at the back of the main house. The one other great thing about this performance space is that it's a recital hall and the acoustics are excellent. We're currently in the basement right below the Kimball Hall stage. This is where the two dressing rooms are located, as well as right behind you are the women's and the men's dressing room. The important thing for your planning to know when you're here in Kimball is that the space down here is not soundproof from the auditorium above. So if you're doing warm-ups or just general talking during makeup time and costume time, the audience can hear you upstairs. So this concludes your tour of the Kimball Recital Hall. All you have to do when you get here is relax and have fun. You'll be performing for the best theater audience there is around. Again, congratulations on being invited to perform at the Thespian Festival.